So I open up the letter, and they said, "Hey, John, it's college. You remember?" I said, "Yes, of course." And then they said, how did they phrase it? Then they said, "Give us some money!"
My wife said, "You act fake around your mom."
Really?
And I said, "Yeah."
Doll. A fresh hot cup every act.
Wow.
Yeah.
A whole cup of coffee every
No,
act?
just a couple of sips. Cleanses the palate, enlightens the mind.
Wow.
Yeah. Just water for you?
Just water for me and tremendous anxiety. Yeah. Always.
Do you have a lot of anxiety?
I do have a lot of anxiety.
And that's why you don't want anyone to actually ever truly know you.
Oh.
Our real estate agent wanted us to have a baby more than anyone else in our lives, more than anyone in our family. She hinted about it constantly. Every room she walked into, she'd be like, "So this could be an office? Or maybe a nursery? Yeah, haha, no, like we said, we don't know if we're gonna have it." No, I know. You don't know if you're gonna have them, but you never know. Sometimes you don't know what's gonna happen, and then, something happens. Well, yeah, that's how all of life works. Okay, all right. This is an on-fire garbage can. Could be a nursery. He's like, wow. And then he leaned into his walkie-talkie and went, "Get the paddy wagon." And my friend John, who is now a father, this man now has a baby, he grabbed a 40, smashed it on the ground, and yelled, "Scatter!" And everyone ran in a different direction. We all ran in different directions. It was like that scene in Ratatouille when the humans come in the kitchen and all the rats go in different ways. We all ran in different directions. I ran into the laundry room and I jumped up on the washing machine and I crawled out through a window into the backyard, and now I'm running through the backyard and there was this big chain link fence and I thought, I've never climbed a fence that high before. And then I woke up at home. "Hey, were you at my party on Saturday?" And I said, "No." Like a liar. Troubling things out on the street. I was coming into my apartment building one night and I saw in front of my building a wheelchair knocked over on its side with no one in it. That's a bad thing to see. Something happened there. You hope it was a miracle. And I told him that I didn't think I believed in the death penalty, and my friend said to me, "Oh, so you're telling me that if you saw Hitler walking down the street, you wouldn't kill him?" That wasn't what I was telling you. But all right. Let's talk about this entirely new topic. I was writing for an awards show once and I got into some trouble. I wrote a joke for this awards show that had the word midget in it. And someone from the network came down to our offices and he said to me, "Hey, you can't put the word midget on TV." And I said, "I sure would like to." And he said, "No, midget is as bad as the N-word." First off, no. No, it's not. Do you know how I know it's not? I said to him, is because we're saying the word midget and we're not even saying what the N-word is. If you're comparing the badness of two words and you won't even say one of them, that's the worst word. So we get into this argument, we're going back and forth. He goes, "You can't put that word on TV." And I said, "I want to." And he goes, "If you put that word on TV, there could be a protest of midgets on this building." And I said, "Promise?" How tempting would that be? My girlfriend's a female, and then I had all these friends that are female. So when I started dating her, I was like, "Oh, great, they'll all get along." No. I have a girlfriend now, myself, which is weird because I'm probably gay based on the way I act and behave and have walked and talked for 28 years. I was definitely gay when I was a little boy. A lot of little boys are gay, they're very flowy and they have hard opinions on things. So my dad comes back in a couple minutes holding my toothbrush. He says, "John, is this your toothbrush?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "So we agree that this is your toothbrush." a hierarchy in the New York Post, different people that they like and different people that they don't like. And if you pay attention, you can start to identify some of the New York Post rankings that they have. The number one thing that you can be in the eyes of the New York Post is an angel. An angel is a child who has died. That is the best thing that you can be in the eyes of the New York Post. The less amount of time you live, the better in the eyes of the Post. After that, under an angel is a hero. A hero is any man who does his job. You'll a lot of times see headlines that are like, hero tutor teaches after school. And you're like, yeah. I was bullied for being Asian American. And the biggest problem with that is that I am not Asian American. I went home that night and said, Papa, today I met a boy with no eyes. And that was me. 13-year-olds are the meanest people in the world. They terrify me to this day. If I'm on the street on like a Friday at 3 p.m. and I see a group of 8th graders on one side of the street, I will cross to the other side of the street because 8th graders will make fun of you, but in an accurate way. They will get to the thing that you don't like about you. They don't even need to look at you for long. They'll just be like, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. Hey, look at that high-waisted man. He got feminine hips. And I'm like, no, that's the thing I'm sensitive about. Any treatment. Like I travel alone sometimes, you know, and I'll put up with anything. You know, like I'll book a ticket on some garbage airline. You know, I don't want to name an actual airline, so let's just make one up. Let's call it like Delta Airlines. So I'll book a ticket on Delta Airlines. And then I go over to the Delta help desk, which is an oxymoron, and I go, can I please go home on an airplane? And they go, no. In fact, we're gonna frame you for murder. And you're gonna go to jail for 30 years. And I go, why are you doing this to me? And they go, because we're Delta Airlines, and life is a f***ing nightmare. Oh, you're here for frequent urination. How many times a day are you urinating? And I tried to think of a number that would warrant a doctor visit. So I said 11. And that was too many times to say. The doctor looks at me and says, you're peeing 11 times a day. Then you may have something wrong with your prostate. So, what we need to do, well, some of you are ahead of me, because I couldn't be like, no, that's okay. I was lying. It was a lie to get drugs. You know, like a crime. And you know how sometimes you're like, I bet I know what most things feel like, you know? You just think you'll know. I did not know what this was gonna feel like. I just need this blood test to be over, okay? But first I had to tell Batman something. I said, Batman, look, I'm one of those people who, when you take blood from me, sometimes I can faint. And I was in the waiting area for 3 hours, and I haven't eaten all day, and I'm really worried I'm gonna faint. And Batman said to me, and I'll never forget it, psh, you're not gonna faint. So, that surprises a lot of audiences because I don't look like someone who used to do anything. I look like I was just sitting in a room in a chair eating saltines for like 28 years, and then I walked right out here. The plan with Irish people is like, I'll keep all my emotions right here, and then one day I'll die. One cop would just walk in and be like, detective, we found a pool of the killer's blood in that hallway. And he would just be like, gross. Mop it up. Now then, back to my hunch. Look for clues. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll draw chalk around where the body is. That way we'll know where it was. I woke up one morning when I was a kid and my mom was standing over my bed and she said, I just heard that Princess Diana and her lover, Dodi Al-Fayed, have been killed in Paris, like I had something to do with it. I was like, Mom, I have been here all night. You can feel the TV, it's warm. Luckily, I had a good alibi since I was in Wisconsin and 12. I have a lot of strange interactions on the street. Years ago, I was walking down the street and a homeless guy came up to me, and he walked up to me and he pushed me like that. He pushed me in the chest. And then he said, these things in this order. He pushed me and he said, "Excuse me, I am homeless, I am gay, I have AIDS, I'm new in town." You're gonna close with new in town? That is not the most dramatic thing that you just said. Didn't that guy practice his pitch it all in the mirror that morning and just figure out what he was gonna say? You know, just in the morning, just be like, all right, what am I gonna do today? What am I gonna do? All right. I walk up and say hello. No, that's too subtle. I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna push him. And I'm gonna say, I'm new in town. No, hold back. Save it. Build to that. I'm gonna walk up, so I'm gonna push him. I go, I have AIDS. No, that's too strong. All right. I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna push him. I will start with the fact that I am homeless, as that is a given. Then for backstory, I will pepper in the fact that I am gay. Which I know it's tough for gay youths on the street, but that's not like a reason for money. You can't be like, hey, would you help me out? I'm very gay. I'd like a few dollars. I always love how he phrased it, by the way. He didn't say I'm living on the street. He said, I'm new in town. Like it was intriguing. Like he wanted me to set him up with somebody. Like I have a friend who's like, there's no single guys left in Manhattan. And I'm like, I know someone who's new in town. What are 3 other things about him?
I can take you anywhere, tell me what you wanna do. As long as there's train tracks near there, we should be fine. Got a conductor, his name is Dave, and he lets me in the front of the train if I behave. And he lets me shovel coal, and he shows me how the train works. And he kicks me out if I ask too many questions. Graffiti.